JWL Sports, where we review all the best sports clips from around the country. Now, you're probably wondering, but why should I watch your video here and not over there? Because over there, they don't care about your views and your opinions. They say this all the time. They don't read the comments. They talk down to us. They don't think we know what we're talking about. But I disagree. So if you think what I'm saying is amazing, let me know in the comments below. If you think what I'm saying is the dumbest thing ever, also let me know. Let's get into some discussions, let's get into some fights, but ultimately, let's just have some fun. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps with the algorithm and helps with visibility. And also, please subscribe. Join this community. We're really building something awesome, and it's really exciting. And I want you to be part of it. And it's completely free to you, and it means everything to me. So please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It's a huge help. So without further ado, let's get to it. We're with first things first, where we're going to have to watch Nick Wright try to somehow maybe say that the Chiefs are actually okay, and then this is all good. I have not watched any of these clips yet, so I'm really interested to see what he has to say, but I'll just say off at the top that the Chiefs are looking like a clown show. He wanted, Nick wanted to say that he thought that the Eagles were a clown show, how he kind of co-signed what that article last week was about. The Chiefs look like a clown show. Travis Kelce throwing his helmet, Patrick Mahomes yelling. I mean, the whole thing is just, honestly, just absurd. So I'm really fascinated to see what he's about to say.
Start in Kansas City where the Raiders chased Mahomes.
He can't defend it.
And did
He'll lose all credibility
enough on offense to win 20-14. The Chiefs are now 9-6. They've lost 4 out of their last 6. Here's an optimistic Patrick Mahomes, bro.
If we clean it up, we'll be able to score points. It's just we got to clean it up. I mean, we're 2 games left. You have to do it, and if we don't, we'll be going home. So I think if we clean it up, If we clean it up, we can beat anybody. I truly believe
Obviously,
that.
any team can
but
say
we have
that.
to prove that we can do it.
Now, the official question is it officially time to hit the panic button? But, Brew, remember, we've asked this question a few times.
He already hit it a few weeks ago.
But then he hit it's like a little.
He called it minor.
Lil panic.
It's a panic button.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Did you tap it?
So
Like,
do you have a new question, or you guys want to do your little Abbott and Costello routine over there? We can get to the actual
Is it
sports talk.
officially time to hit the panic button?
Well, listen, that's maybe the worst game they've played since Mahomes became the starter. It's definitely the worst game they've played since the Titans game a few years ago, 27-3, when they just had no answers. It was a disaster. It was the beginning early in the 2021 season that year, shortly after they had lost in the Super Bowl, and that was the start of, did the Bucs reveal a blueprint on how to stop Mahomes? And unlike other games where you could just be like, the wide receivers need to not drop the ball, it was worse than that. The offensive line was a disaster. By the way, one of the reasons the Chiefs don't have a high-priced wide receiver is not because they didn't have any money to spend in free agency. They spent their big free agent acquisition was their right tackle, Jawan Taylor. The entire process, getting the play in, was problematic. Getting guys lined up. Mahomes was getting frustrated. It reminded me a lot of the last offense Matt Nagy ran in Chicago, where guys aren't open, where the play's not coming in. The offense looked like Matt Nagy's Bears, but you have Patrick Mahomes as the quarterback.
Yeah.
But this year, and we can show you, as you two simultaneously drink your coffee, we can show you.
This is interesting.
The Chiefs scored under 20. It happened 6 times, first 5 years of his career. It's happened 7 times this year.
Yeah.
And you guys know my fix has often been Mahomes be great.
Yep.
And yesterday, yesterday was not all on him, obviously, but he was far from great. He played poorly by not only his standards, I think by a lot of guys' standards, under adverse circumstances. And so, Brew, I'm going to ask you a question. Can I borrow, just briefly, your intellectual property of the grading system?
Oh.
Please say yes.
Yes.
May I borrow it?
Yes, you may. Absolutely.
All right, I can't fail them because the defense played so well. Christina, give them their grade, please. This is the saddest banner ever.
Oh my God.
It's the saddest banner that I've ever.
They clearly got an F because they clearly played terrible. Their sideline was a joke. There was all this drama. Listen, the Chiefs thought that, and I've said this in a previous video today, but I'll say it again. The Chiefs thought, so when you're a team like the Chiefs and you have all this energy, you're this exciting team, Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, in the past, obviously Tyreek Hill, right? You're just this flashy offense. Let's go, putting up points. That's what we do. When you're that team and you're a dynasty for that matter, you rely on these games like against the Broncos, like against the Raiders, like against some of these other lower level teams to really build up that fire, build up that energy. Let's party, let's go. And yesterday, the Chiefs thought, it's Christmas. We got Taylor Swift in the box. We got, it's Christmas game. We're going to party. We're home. Let's go. And they were thinking that they're going to put up 35 points, have some fun. They're going to do their dances in the end zone. Patrick Mahomes is going to be ear to ear smiles. And instead, they just got punched right in the face. The Raiders said, no. No. They came in just ready to light the Chiefs on fire. And that's what they did. And that's why you saw the frustration bubbling over. That's why you saw Patrick Mahomes yelling. That's why you saw Travis Kelce chucking his helmet like a child. The whole thing was a farce, honestly. It really, really was. And so this is what I think is just ridiculous, because I could understand you can be a fan of your team, like Nick Wright is obviously a fan of the Chiefs, which they really try to build up. But he was just on the herd, and he kind of completely bashed the Eagles, and he was bashing the Bills, and he does all this. Now, here's the Chiefs, who had a disaster of a game. Not only did they not play well, but their sideline was, I don't mean to keep saying clown show, but it was. I'm not saying that they are a clown show, but that game, that sideline was. That is not what you expect from the Chiefs. That is not what you expect from Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, and Travis Kelce is always more emotional than the average person. But chucking his helmet like that, from my viewpoint, you just look stupid. You look silly. So to have Nick not really call that out for what it is, I just think he kind of loses credibility. And again, we're all fans. We all kind of can overlook things, but this is kind of pathetic, honestly.
Ever dropped. And I don't know if we have more. Oh, wait. Hold on. Defense. What's this?
Look at this.
Wait, hold on. Oh, Wilds taught me this.
That's my line.
Defense wins championships.
That's my line.
So let's see what the Chiefs' defense looked like, Evan Wilds. I know you did. I stole the grade from him and the line from
cringe.
you. Can we show the Chiefs'
So
defensive
cringe.
ranks? Because, oh my goodness, that might be a championship caliber defense. And despite everything that we saw yesterday, Brew, you know what I heard on the broadcast that made me feel somewhat optimistic? Who leads the NFL in points in the final 2 minutes of the first half? The Chiefs. Who leads the NFL in third and long conversions? The broken offense of the Chiefs.
Third and long, but you don't want to be in.
But percentage, not number of times, percentage. So they have a championship defense. Mahomes will get it right. They can still make the plays they need to make. Now, will it look like the Chiefs of old? No. Do all three of us likely have the wrong MVP pick since we all picked Patrick Mahomes? Yeah, we probably aren't going to win that bet. But I'm not panicking.
What a day.
Yeah, the Raiders scored 60 points last week. They scored 6 on offense.
This is embarrassing.
I mean, what
Honestly,
a defense.
this is embarrassing.
What a defense.
And these are the things
Chiefs.
I love this show. I really do. I really like First Things First. That's why I do these reactions, because I watch it. It's really grown on me. But it's this type of nonsense commentating, this type of analysis that I really don't. This is why my favorite show is Colin Cowherd, honestly. He doesn't get everything right, but he does try his best to go through things as unbiased as he can and as objective as he can. This is nonsense. This is just a fan. This is no different than you interviewing someone, a crazy drunk fan after the game, outside the stadium. Hey, sir, what do you think? Do you think that the Chiefs can win the Super Bowl? Yeah, they're going to win the Super Bowl. We're the best. Patrick Mahomes. No one can beat us. Taylor Swift. Woo. That's what that is. And it's it's not why I watch this show personally. I get it. They bring a different energy, but I don't know what this is. This is stupid and dumb. And a part of me knows why he does it, because it's attention, right? It's you're better to be hated and then not ignored. And so for him, it's like if he boosts up the Chiefs up, he's either right. So now everyone's like, he's like, see, I told you so. And if he's wrong, everyone's like, ha ha, I told you so. So either way, attention is on him. And it's like, it's so cringe. I don't like it, honestly. I mean, like, it's like the new evolution of like a Stephen A. Smith. You know, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. It's just like a slightly more clever version, but please tell me all you guys are, you know, smarter than that, please.
With a Hall of Fame quarterback, Terry Bradshaw. What? New
Here's
low?
the only First of all,
What?
when
Defense
you
wins
dropped the
championships.
first banner, I was about to give you love. I was about to be like, man, I mean, Nick is actually being objective about the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then all of this nonsense comes down. Where was that defense on the last possession for the Raiders?
What?
When they didn't, there's somebody named White's running all through their defense. What happened to the defense then?
Why is it nonsense when I say it? Wild's been saying it. It's Wild's
I don't know who Wilds is talking about when he talks about defense. But when they needed to stop, now obviously they have a good defense, Nick.
Great.
But when they needed to stop,
Bro,
they couldn't get it against
chase
the
this
freaking
narrative.
Raiders.
This is the issue.
All right.
What?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. The defense is the issue. Look, Nick, the team is crumbling before our very eyes. Look,
Crumbling?
Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce have been doing the right things at the press conferences, on his podcast. Kelce's going after the media when he really wants to go after his receivers. Mahomes is going after the referees a few weeks ago when he really wants to go after his receivers. Then yesterday you see Kelce on Christmas Day throwing his helmet. Mahomes yelling at
It's embarrassing.
People. I mean, it was a mess. And then Mahomes, the last 2 weeks, he got 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and a fumble. One of the interceptions is a pick six. One of the fumble is obviously a return for a touchdown.
I don't think that was his fumble, to be fair. I think that was the running back's fumble. I don't think Mahomes never had the ball. But go ahead.
It was bad.
No,
Whatever
but
it was
for the
terrible.
record, I don't know.
What?
Whatever the
I
case,
guess it's
it was
live by the cute, die by the cute.
Yeah, he
but
gets
like,
some of that. Come on, you put it in the bread basket.
Is it
You
too much
gotta
ass?
hold it.
Snap the ball to Mahomes.
No, wait
No,
a second.
agreed,
You
but
were begging
I'm not-
him to
you
do
can't
more than
let
that.
Mahomes
And they
get-
scored a touchdown on this on the opening on their first
You know
touchdown.
what?
You were begging for this, Wilds.
No,
Snap the ball,
Mahomes
Mahomes.
had it, Nick. He had it right there.
Just snap it
They
to him.
shouldn't have got cute.
can
They're
do
not
cute
that
stuff
cute
after he
anymore.
has the ball.
All right? They're not
the
that
magician.
cute. All right? And so they tried this. It didn't work. But my point is this, Nick. Like, I think Mahomes and Kelce, I think it's just hit a boiling point where they're like, man, we've been taking all the bullets. We've been being good soldiers. We've been being good captains and leaders. And the bottom line is these dudes can't play, and they are killing us. They didn't drop passes yesterday. They just didn't get open. They just didn't get open.
Nobody was open.
Yeah, Mahomes had nobody to throw to. And
Are we sure about that?
Oh, you got some.
No,
you got
I
some
haven't-
video.
I haven't-
Mahomes was bad. I think he was worse than Nick said. Now I know why you said he wasn't atrocious, because you didn't credit him for that fumble. But Mahomes cost them the game, essentially. I mean, 2 plays that were both touchdowns for the defense. You got beat by a team that didn't
Just
complete a
scored
pass
63.
after the first quarter.
Because of the great defense.
I know the defense is fine, but if your offense can't score, Nick,
Well, yeah,
you
it's
got
gonna be a problem.
Here's my last thing I'll say.
0-2 Raiders.
We have
Oh,
not
2000
seen this, as you know. We have not seen this from Mahomes and Andy Reid in this era. After the bye is usually when they're like, okay, we get it going. They are 28-5, or were 28-5 over the first 5 years of Mahomes' career after the bye. Now they are 2-4 just this season. They've lost more games after the bye this season than they have in the previous 4 years. So, Nick, you said it a few weeks ago. At some point late in the season, you kind of are what you are.
Well, go ahead.
And they've been
Wilds.
3-5 over the second half of the season.
So you were giving me a lot of gruff in my office.
Well, you're just so annoying.
Why?
You're just because your tweets during the game are the
So
Chiefs are
annoying.
going to come back.
Oh my
I
God.
still
Who do you
believe in the
think's-
Chiefs.
who do you
are
think's
gonna
more
win the
annoying, Wilds
championship.
or Nick Wright?
And now, and then on the morning call, You're openly discussing whether or not the Chiefs will win a single playoff game, but in tweeting about them making the Super Bowl, I at least respect where Brew's coming from. And while he's not Mr. Consistency, he's almost the deputy of consistency.
Oh, nice
you, on the other hand, call yourself the mayor of fair, when really you should be the mayor of fickle.
No.
I know that doesn't rhyme.
I am the mayor of fair. I have been saying, hey, iceberg ahead for weeks. And what do I get? Yelled at, chastised.
When did you say that?
Not literally, because we're not literally on a boat. Okay. But I've been saying there are problems with this offense. You say, no, there's not. Laugh at me, this and that. So now I'm saying.
Yeah, listen, the Chiefs obviously have huge issues. I don't want to say that they're crumbled, but they are crumbling, as kind of, Broussard was saying that that they're crumbling. I don't want to say that the Chiefs are just down and out and done and can't win, but to think that they're just going to magically clean things up, God, I hate that. I understand why Mahomes has to say that, right? Because he has to say something, right? Oh, as long as we kind of clean things up, we can beat anyone. Literally any team can say that. If the Raiders, right? Oh, if we just clean things up, we can beat anyone. Yeah, if we just get our guys open, get them the ball, score more points than the other team, then we'll win. Yes, thank you for that. That is very sound logic. So, obviously. So I wish I was able to see them kind of break this down a little bit better. But they really didn't, unfortunately. And I get why they didn't. But the truth is no one wants to go again. The Chiefs, to bet that the Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl this year would be a bad bet. Is it possible? Of course it's possible. Is it likely? It really shouldn't. And the only way that they really have a true chance of winning the Super Bowl is if they really get lucky with how the playoffs unfold. If the Ravens have to play like the Bills, or like these good teams have to kind of go up against each other, right? Just the way kind of how the schedule goes, because the way how the playoffs could unfold, for all we know, the Chiefs could be going up against like the Jaguars or something, which is like, they would potentially steamroll them. So it's just one of those things where you don't know. And I just can't imagine that the Chiefs can win. And not to mention, I can't imagine that the Chiefs could beat a team in the NFC. Like, I don't see how they could beat the 49ers. I shouldn't say that. I don't see how they could beat the 49ers. I think the Eagles would be an interesting rematch. Mainly because I think both the Eagles and Kansas City are so inconsistent that you have no idea who's gonna, who comes out on top in that game. Honestly, it's gonna be a rematch. It'll be intense, and so it's like who really knows, right? You couldn't say, oh my God, Chiefs are clearly gonna win that game. But I think if the Chiefs go against like the 49ers, you're gonna be like, I think the 49ers should pull this off. Like as long as they, kind of don't fumble the bag, so to speak. But realistically speaking, the Chiefs should not be able to beat the Ravens to get out of the AFC. I mean, they just really shouldn't. The Ravens looked elite. I mean, look at what the Ravens did, and we're going to talk about this in the next video, but look at what the Ravens did to the 49ers. Embarrassed them, pushed them around. Look what the Raiders did to the Chiefs. Embarrassed them, pushed them around. Patrick Mahomes looked pedestrian, and I don't think Patrick Mahomes necessarily lost them the game per se, more though than that the Raiders just kind of took it, and that the Chiefs are just not good enough. They're not good enough to consistently play good, to consistently win, to consistently beat these teams that are technically below them. Clearly, the Raiders are an inferior team to the Chiefs, but the Chiefs are not good enough to be consistent enough to make that a guaranteed win. So if you play the Raiders 3 times, the Chiefs will probably win 2 out of 3. But this third time, this is what you get. In the past, you play the Chiefs 3 times, and the Chiefs will probably beat you 2 out of 3 times convincingly. And the third time, give you a little scare, but they still win. That's not what this is right now. And so to me, that's really kind of the glaring indicator that the Chiefs are in some serious struggle. And to think that they're just going to suddenly make it all work, right, in the next 2 games, and and they're not even going to have home field advantage and all of this, so they're just going to magically clean things up. That's not how this works. You are who you are, if Patrick Mahomes is able to lead this team to the Super Bowl, it would truly be magic or tremendous amount of luck, and external circumstances would have fallen in their favor. So plant this right here. I do not expect to see the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, which I'm actually excited about because I want some new blood. I want some new teams in there. Obviously, I'm a Philly fan, so I'd like to see the Eagles in there, but I'm going to take myself out of that. And really, I want to see the Ravens in the Super Bowl. And I kind of don't even want to see the 49ers. It's also kind of been there, done that. And the 49ers have the potential to really kind of get steamrolled by the Ravens, as we saw. So I think it'd be more exciting to almost see like a team like Detroit in there or something. Like, I know that's a complete dark horse, but I don't know. I love narratives. I love stories. And I just want something a little bit more interesting than just, same old, same old. Because, you watch a Super Bowl with the Chiefs in it, and all they do is salivate over Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift, and all of that. And it's like, it's not that interesting to me. I did that before. It was fun when it was new. No longer new. But what do you guys all think? Do you think the Chiefs are in some serious trouble? Do you think Nick Wright, what he said, defense wins championships? Like, what do you think's going on with there? Would love to hear your thoughts. Let me know in the comments below. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and please definitely subscribe. Let's build this community. Let's do something special. I'm really excited.